Welcome to Watchworthy. Today we'll be discussing Bullet Train. This is Mike. I'm Dan. Let's get started.
All right. It really starts with Brad Pitt's character, Ladybug, walking down town Tokyo. I don't know what district he's in.
And his name is Ladybug because he's unlucky.
Yeah.
He perceives himself as unlucky.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an ironic nickname. But yeah, he's kind of our reluctant assassin character who's he's trying not to kill, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to bring a gun.
So he's on a snatch and grab mission this time.
Yeah, he says only snatch and grabs is what he says throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. We learned that he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to kill anybody. He's generally as much pacifist as he can afford to be, and he's going through therapy. He's got all these quotes that he can't really repeat back.
Yeah,
he's like winging it as he says multiple times. There's like a every wall has a window. Wait at the door, and he's like, yeah. This is where they introduce Lemon and Tangerine, who are twins, brothers. And they are very much wet works guys. They're on a mission to bring this briefcase that everybody's interested in. The briefcase is the central aspect of the story, or at least one of the stories, the main story, if you will. And so they're tasked with bringing the briefcase and his son, who's a gigantic fuck up. We come to find out. And so they show Tangerine and Lemon rescuing this son from, I think, the triads is what they say, I think, right? Don't they say the triads or something like that? A large amount of their scene is based around just kind of getting Lemon and Tangerine's personalities and differences. We have our first run-on joke, which is the Thomas the Train Engine stuff. Which to varied effect for me. There's a few under his breath kind of things. Overall, I think his performance was pretty good, and he's opposite of Tangerine, his partner, who's also really good. Is Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think.
You're gonna have to do all the names. I know Brad Pitt. That's about the extent of mine.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's pretty good in this. You've probably seen him in a few things. I think it was in like that Godzilla movie with what's it called? Oh, with Scarlet Witch. He was also in Age of Ultron because he was Quicksilver. Same guy.
Oh, that's Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Wow, he doesn't look anything like.
Right. So he disappears into the role well enough, and he's probably one of my favorite characters in it.
In it? Yeah. And you could probably guess who my favorite character is in it.
The Elder.
Who doesn't show up till much later?
It's like the last 20 minutes of the movie. Yeah. Maybe. Well, I really liked Aaron Taylor Johnson's scenes with Brad Pitt in particular. Like their back and forth was funny, and them fighting, he was obviously like pretty much a match for Ladybug, and so it was cool watching them fight, especially since like Ladybug doesn't really want to fight. He's kind of
all reactionary.
He's kind of evasive and reactionary. So there's some pretty entertaining fight choreography, honestly, throughout. Yeah, the fight choreography was really well done, I think.
And then it also shows a character called the Prince, who is I don't remember her name, but she was in the Princess movie.
Joey King?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, but she was in The Princess.
She's been in a bunch of stuff lately, and I think she's really good. I thought she was really good in this.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen The Princess, but I thought she was good in this.
Yeah. So she is... You don't know really who she is, but it's pretty obvious her goal is to kill the White Death, right? That's kind of... She wants to get him to this train and kill him for unknown reasons until later on. She's really good in it. She plays like a damsel in distress-esque, like she's obviously not.
She plays that card.
She plays that card a lot. She's the whiny teenage, or
I'm a helpless girl, lost
young girl. She's even got the outfit of like someone who is obviously a tourist, in Japan. Yeah. And so you're introduced to her, and she, I think, right away basically kidnaps the elder's son,
right?
Whose kid, the elder's grandson, is in the hospital because he was pushed off the roof of a department store by her.
And he's on the train because she drops the note to him to say, "Hey, I'm in this seat. I'm the one that pushed your son off the roof." I don't mind the story itself. It's convoluted. Her plan is kind of convoluted, and it relies on a lot of plot convenience to occur.
Sure.
But I like her character.
I like the character,
and I like her interacting with the other.
Her motivations are real lame, though. Like
she didn't get as much attention as her brother.
Yeah, it's just kind of like this whiny kid like storyline, which is unfortunate because
it's hard to get behind whiny kid.
Yes, it is very hard.
Watch A New Hope, you'll see it's hard to get behind whiny.
Yeah, or any of the Kylo Ren crap. We have to have some conflict in some
henchmen of some sort.
Sure. So the first one they show is the Wolf. He is like a member of the cartel, and he's angry because somebody killed, during his wedding, his wife and everybody there.
The cake was what was poisoned.
Oh, that's right.
By the Hornet, who we get introduced to later.
Another is also a useless throwaway character.
But I did like, because it's, I'm going to butcher her name. Is it Zazie Beetz? She's from Deadpool 2.
Yes, she was Domino, I believe.
And she was also in Atlanta. Same with the actor that plays Tangerine. So I was like, oh, it's going to be a little Atlanta reunion. And then she's quickly dispatched by Ladybug. But that was probably one of my favorite action sequences in the movie, actually, was the whole, like, them and the Venom and her trying to eject him. And some of the humor was good there, too, with her saying, like I'm going to explain the injection to you. And he's like, yeah, I know. And there was some good, like, kind of playing with the tropes kind of stuff there.
Yeah.
That I really liked.
It was weird that she kept saying bitch. Like, I think that was supposed to be part of the comedy.
That was part of the joke, I guess.
But like, I was like, all right. It kind of took me out of the movie a little bit, just because it was it felt awkward delivery, like, every time she said it. Like, she was obviously saying it because she was supposed to be saying that in the script. Right. It didn't feel, like, organic to the scene at all. Maybe that's just me. So she's the one responsible for the snake that was stolen earlier.
Which we flash back to because we don't trust the audience enough to remember that.
Yeah, for an hour. She's only in it. So I thought she was going to be the Japanese train stewardess that they showed several times, who's also, I don't know the actress's name, but she's from The Boys.
Right, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, okay, that's a weird character to have, like an actress, like an actual actress to have for really no reason whatsoever.
For a really short cameo.
It could have been an extra. I mean, I like that she was in it. I like her in The Boys, and and she was perfect as, like, just a little, like, Japanese stewardess person. Right. But I thought she was going to be the Hornet because they kept showing her over 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. She was actually the person in the giant Japanese stuffed animal suit, mascot suit kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like our Hello Kitty for the train for whatever reason.
Fake Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
That he punches in the face, punches her in the outfit, in the suit.
Right.
And so they have the little fight scene, like you said, really well choreographed. I like the action back and forth, and I love the fact that they both get injected, like, through the fight. They're both injected with the venom, and then he knows she's got the antidote on her
somewhere.
So they're just, like, staring at each other. He's like, it's gonna take 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And so as soon as she reaches for it, he takes it and he sticks it in his own neck, and then she dies because she doesn't have another.
Painfully,
because
as he's, like, asking if she wants a pillow.
Yeah, or hold her hand, or I think water at some point.
He's trying to be a better person. He's trying not to do this stuff.
Yeah. And storyline that I actually cared about, and I actually thought was interesting, was Hiroyuki Sanada's character, the Elder. He was one of the top brass, so to speak, for the Yakuza family that the White Death takes over. So his storyline is that he wants revenge on the death of his wife, and so he finds out that the White Death's going to be here, so he gets on the train, and he's got his cool little cane, and I don't know, he's Hiroyuki Sanada. I love the actor. He's a really good actor. Everything he's ever been in, he's one of the best parts of the movie. I just recently watched Twilight Samurai. I recommend it for anybody that hasn't seen it. It's kind of hard to get a hold of, though, because it's a Japanese film. But yeah, so he's amazing in this. He just plays like this perfect, just, like, elderly, wise Japanese man.
Cool, calm,
he's just
collected.
So cool. Yeah,
just oozes cool.
Yeah,
every scene he's in. He has a little bit of humor in this, also, which isn't something you generally see from him in acting.
Yeah.
He has a scene where he's talking to Brad Pitt, and he's like, I want to tell you a story. And Brad Pitt's like, no, I don't want to hear this story. He's like, are you sure it's a little story?
It pertains to you.
It pertains to you. It's like, it's really short. It's a good story. He's like trying to convince him to,
no. He's like, All right, I'm gonna tell a story.
It's like the way he says it's so dry though. It's like perfect. It's like I don't know. It's just great, and it's something that I haven't like really seen from him in any other film I've seen him in.
Not that much humor.
He's not really a jokey character as Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. So
no, but yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. I love Hiroyuki Sanada.
Put him in everything.
Put him in more things. More things, because we have that power. I guess we should also talk about Lemon Tangerine's Romeo and Juliet. Back and forth death.
Yeah, we do have some fake out deaths in the process.
Well, because you have to, because they don't.
There's a limited amount of characters worth killing on this train, so we have to kill them.
They killed both of them already.
We can,
So you have this very well done emotional scene for both of them, really, but for Tangerine when he finds out that his brother is dead, it was surprising that there was actually heart in this movie
and like some drama.
Yeah,
because most of it's pretty played as jokes.
Oh, it's a very jokey action movie, basically. Really, the only drama in it is Hiroyuki Sanada in his flashback, and then Tangerine and Lemon. Yeah. That's pretty much the entirety of the actual drama heart in the movie, but they do it very well.
That takes us pretty much all the way up until the end.
Yeah, White Death gets on a train. Really cool fight scene with the Elder.
Probably one of the other best action scenes was the sword fight with him in the White Death.
It was amazing.
It was still really cool.
So I guess we'll get into vibes. Let's talk about how we feel about the movie. I thought it was a decent comedy action romp on a train. It's not like super memorable, except for Hiroyuki Sanada, because I remember everything he's in. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I would probably. I don't know if I watched it more. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, okay, so for most of it, I got a really good, for better for worse. If you like a Guy Ritchie type vibe, if you want like a Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, or more recently like The Gentleman, that was kind of a vibe I got from this. And then also with like kind of like a side of like Smoking Aces. This actually has what I was talking about with The Gray Man. The Gray Man was a large section of all right, we're sending all these assassins and these special tactical hit squads after Ryan Gosling, and everyone was just faceless and nameless. Like really, there's no characters really. And this had the opposite of that. Everybody was a character. Everybody that Brad Pitt came across was their own character, full-fledged, weapon of choice and things like that. That I think make the film really fun. So I do really like that stuff about it. It was really just the big train crash thing at the end, where I was kind of like, okay.
It's like every movie, almost no matter what, has to have some sort of, and I don't know if this is a post-Marvel world we live in, where everything has to have a giant CGI fuckfest, but that's pretty much what every movie we've seen. You have to have a big CG finale.
And we've had a lot of character talking to character. We've had a lot of
study movie,
close-in, hand-to-hand fighting with various objects, very like Jackie Chan kind of style. He takes off his jacket to wrap the snake, to put it in the toilet, kind of stuff.
And then writes snake, do not open
snake. Yeah, it's like little things like that is good humor, and it's fun to watch. But yeah, then we just get to our standard, train explosion and derails
and then like crashes through an entire like Japanese village, like it's just blowing into buildings.
I don't need any of that. I guess
it doesn't need it. There's no reason for it other than the spectacle of it.
Maybe that's a personal thing for me. I just find myself shying more away from that kind of stuff over time.
I do
it's
too.
It's just not as impressive anymore. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
So
and I think, ironically enough, I think that's also an aspect of post-Marvel world that we live in, is that we've had 10 years of these giant spectacle endings. The whole ending of this movie is completely and utterly pointless besides the spectacle of it. Everything that happens at the end of the movie can happen on a still moving train, and then comedically come to a stop at the end.
Yeah, you could,
and then people just get off the train.
You could sell it a different way for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't be the big finale, but I think the sword fight was enough.
That's the finale you can get.
That was cool for me, and I would have been fine there.
And you could have the same fight scene at the lead car with Lemon and Ladybug fighting random Yakuza members. You could still have that fight scene.
You were just mad here. Sonata wasn't on screen. That's all.
The entire time. Why isn't he just the main character?
Yeah.
I mean, basically basically is the main character. He's the only one whose plot matters to like anybody on a personal level, except for maybe the White Death,
right,
who's got all these people on there to kill himself because of the death of his wife,
right.
Which is why the end scene is so interesting between the two of them and them fighting, because they both lost their wives due to this world
they have an actual personal connection between those two characters. So
anyway, Would you want more? Would you watch another one if they came out with Bullet Train 2, Fast and Furious 7?
Bullet Trainier.
Bullet Trainier.
I think so. I mean, I think there's an opportunity to make more. I think there's an opportunity to make more like interesting assassins to go up against potentially. Set it in a new location, even if it's not necessarily Bullet Train. It could be another sequel in a certain kind of atmosphere. I think would be okay.
It's gonna be on a speedboat next.
A giant speedboat train.
It's a cruise ship.
A cruise ship. There you go.
God,
it could be like a Love Boat sequel. I think I would. I think I would actually watch another sequel. I think the humor was good enough. I think the fight choreography made it interesting. Despite some of the CGI spectacle, I think it was still a fun film to watch. It's a popcorn film. I think it was fun exactly for a popcorn film.
Yeah.
It didn't bog itself down in seriousness too much, but there was enough seriousness to care about some of the characters. I think in that sense it was pretty good.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't go see another one.
No, not even?
I agree that it's very much a popcorn movie in the fact that you go there to shut your brain off and watch the fight choreography and the humor and stuff like that. But for me, the shining light of this movie was Hiroyuki Sanada, and there's no way they're going to get him for another one because his storyline's done. He's done. He's finished. He had his storyline. So you're basically going to have Brad Pitt as Ladybug fighting other people with different names. And I don't know if I really need to see any more of that. I enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot. I just don't. I liked it. I'll take that lot out of there. Yeah. But I just don't think I need to see another one. There's so much stuff to watch. So much media to consume.
I'll present one more interesting question. Some of the other drama surrounding this, or concerns some people had, is the original book is by a Japanese author, albeit inspired by Western action films and things like that. And it's primarily Japanese characters. But in order to sell this film, we got Brad Pitt, a lot of other American actors in it. Do you think this film would have been better with a full Japanese cast?
It's funny that you asked that question, because when I originally saw the movie and it was talking about the White Death's like rise to power, the first thing I thought was, oh, it's another white guy coming in and taking over somebody else's culture.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw it, I was like, wow. The fact that it was this white guy coming in and wrecking everything and then can't be defeated on his own. It takes all these convoluted plot lines to get him on the train. And I did get that vibe the first time I watched it. So if it was an all Japanese cast, obviously I wouldn't get that kind of vibe.
Right.
Yeah, I think it would have been better. Slightly. I don't think it would have been like a ballpark smash hit movie.
And that's the problem, is that if it would have released that way, maybe it wouldn't get as much attention as attaching Brad Pitt to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't even get made if it doesn't have Brad Pitt attached to it. But
I can see that being made as a Japanese film.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. And I would watch that.
And I would still watch it.
Yeah. Bullet Train 2 and Gray Man 2 come out on the same day. What are you watching?
Oh, God.
We hated Gray Man, by the way.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, it was not good. This film, Bullet Train, does not lie to you. That's what I will say.
That's true.
It tells you right off the bat what kind of movie it is, and it sticks to its guns. Whereas Gray Man flip-flops on what it wants to be, and ultimately fails at either one.
A low-key action movie or
a
over-the-top
film.
Spectacle with an exploding cargo plane.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I probably wouldn't watch another one. I got out of this movie everything I think I'd be able to get out of another one. I don't think there's anything they could add to a second one that could possibly interest me to come back and watch it.
Fair enough.
But I would recommend watching this one.
Yeah. I mean, even if wait till it goes on streaming or whatever. But yeah, I think it was a fun film. I think it was okay with it. It was fun to be in a film that didn't take itself too seriously and like for me, those close-in fights are spectacle enough.
Yes.
So
we both like that.
If you're looking for the majority of the big explosions and things like that of other summer blockbuster type films, then this is probably not the one.
Wait till the end.
Yeah, this is probably not the one. But and the convoluted storylines of the various characters and stuff like that. You know, they're there to get everybody on the train.
Sure.
They serve the purpose of the plot to get the characters there so they can fight each other or whatnot.
I more or less liked all the characters and their storylines and stuff.
But I thought the acting was good. I like the
acting was good.
I like the setting as its own character in a way. Yeah, I don't know. I think I enjoyed it overall. So I would recommend it. And I think if there was a second one, I'd watch it. So I'm down with that.
Cool. The end.
I am. Bottoms up.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let us know what kind of videos you'd like to see in the comment section below. See you all next time.